Okay, so I just made basil pesto, and I was thinking to myself that I should make a video on how to make pesto. So that's what I'm doing right now. As I said, I just made basil pesto, and now I'm gonna make cilantro pesto, which actually is my favorite kind of pesto. Some people don't like cilantro, but I love it. So, step one for making pesto, you gotta make sure you have all the ingredients, which I do. Usually pesto has cheese in it, but I don't usually put cheese in mine, and it's still delicious. So I'm not gonna put cheese in this one. So for those of you who don't eat dairy or you're hardcore paleo, you can make this pesto. And the thing about pesto is you can be very creative with it. Really, you can use any fresh herb, and then you're just kind of blending it with olive oil and some lemon juice, garlic, lots of garlic, salt and pepper. You can add cheese if you want to, but you don't have to. And that's pretty much what pesto is. Delicious, healthy sauce that you can put on almost anything. I mean, I wouldn't suggest putting it on like ice cream. I wouldn't even suggest eating ice cream that often, but you can put it on savory things. Okay, so I have my cilantro. Usually when I make pesto, I make a lot of it at once. So you can do this in a food processor. I'm gonna make it in my Vitamix. It's a little bit dirty from the basil pesto that I just made, but a little basil in my cilantro pesto is not gonna make it taste weird. So here's my cilantro. I'm not separating the leaves off of it. I just kind of chopped off the stems. You could pull off the leaves, but I'm too lazy to do that, and that would take way too long. So I'm just gonna put it in my Vitamix like that. I bought 2 bunches, because like I said, I like to make a lot at once. So I put those guys in my blender, and now I'm gonna put in some fresh lemon juice. Here's my lemon. I have one of these fancy lemon juicers so that I can get all the juice out without getting any seeds. Woo! I'm gonna use an entire lemon. So lemon is really good at helping cleanse your liver. So if your liver needs a little bit of love, I suggest having some lemon water, preferably in the morning, and preferably warmer water, but it doesn't necessarily have to. Okay, so I have my cilantro in there, my lemon juice. I'm gonna put in some garlic cloves. I like to add a lot of garlic. I'm probably gonna put in 5. Usually recipes will say to put in 2. Make that 6. Just for fun. And to keep the boys away. Now I'm gonna add some salt. I'm using Himalayan salt. It's just higher in minerals. And there's no sugar added to it. So a lot of the salt you buy at grocery stores, they will add sugar to it so that you use more. So tricky. And some pepper. And then you can add nuts to it. I'm not going to, just because I don't have any, but you could add like walnuts or almonds or pine nuts are another commonly used nut in pesto. I'm gonna use a little bit of sunflower seeds in mine, just to kind of give it a thicker texture. So I'm just gonna do like a couple tablespoons. I'm actually weighing it I find I don't like to use measuring cups or like measuring spoons. I like to just put my Vitamix on the scale and weigh it so that I know how much I'm putting in there. So I'm doing 30 grams of sunflower seeds. Okay, so that's almost everything. The last thing I'm gonna put in is a cup of olive oil. High quality olive oil. I don't accept just any olive oil for my pesto, only the best. And by the best, I mean organic, extra virgin. It's kept in a dark glass bottle because olive oil is a really fragile oil. It oxidizes super easily. So if you don't really want to buy olive oil in a plastic or a light colored glass, because then light gets through and it can oxidize very easily. And ain't nobody like being oxidized. All right, so now I'm just gonna blend this up. Get loud. Crapload of cilantro pesto that I'm going to store in a mason jar so I can live up to my naturopathic doctor reputation. You know, because naturopathic doctors love mason jars. We love them. We love them because we don't like plastic. I will one day make a video about why plastic is the worst. So here's my pesto. And another thing I like to do, because I'm a food nerd and I measure and weigh my food, I'm gonna actually weigh how much this is so then I can portion it off when I use it in my meals. But I think that's a good conclusion of how you make pesto. And like I said, you can make any kind, so get creative, and it's a really good way to get a healthy source of fat in your diet. And if you do ketogenic, it's a really good way to have a delicious sauce that's basically just fat. There's next to no carbs in there. Okay, I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you want more recipe cooking videos from me. I'll do more. I'll do it.